Hey everyone, it's Onepeg. Sorry this one's a little late. I was out of town visiting mom for a late Christmas, and well, I like my family more than you. No offense. I like you guys a whole lot, but family just has that extra degree. They're number one, you guys are 1A. Put it that way. Anyhoozle, patch notes got released while I was out of town, and there were definitely some decisions that got made on balance. As always, some of this fits, and other stuff is kind of a head-scratcher. At least to me. Luckily, we saw a fix to the bug where you couldn't carry someone's heart downstairs, and there seemed to also be a bug where people's stuff was disappearing, so I'm glad that's remedied. The heart thing everyone saw, but the gear bit wasn't something I personally witnessed. Sork saw a slew of nerfs, and because the class is new, I want to take a little more time on this than normal. Sork primarily took a hit to the damage that lightning spells are doing, with an honorable mention to Lightning Bolt's lease angle being cut in half and no longer being able to hit people through walls. Initially, my feeling was the scaling nerf was a little too heavy, but I think Sork is fine with the damage reductions it took. The changes to Apex and Manifold are nice, but not enough to warrant taking them even now. If Apex's movement speed penalty was 25 or even 50%, I could see it making sense, but no amount of damage bonus will make me want to sacrifice the ability to move even just a little bit. Manifold with its 2.5% speed might be worth taking, but the long base cast time on Sork spells still heavily favors instant cast, even with the long cooldown. When it comes to Sork, it's always the use of spells in the situation that people are in. Yes, the damage spike was nice, and honestly, I don't think the 5% PDR nerf on Stone Skin was necessary, but all in all, Sork is still formidable and lethal to most every class. Overall, Sork just needs a bit more perk options, I think. Right now, there just isn't a huge benefit to many perks, and the class is obviously still very much in development. Barbarian saw a round of buffs, with the biggest one being a 50% increase to Blood Exchange's duration and a 50% reduction in its health penalty. Fighting in arenas, it already felt like Barb was pretty prominent and not necessarily dominant, but they definitely held their own. Blood Exchange is going to be a pretty big carrot on a stick for people to use now instead of that typical Rage Achilles combo. Druid was given a second spell wheel for those studious fellas that want to be a nature mage instead of a furry, but for the furry aficionados among us, chicken form now clucks when you're standing still. Go figure, chickens cluck when they're not moving. I had no idea, but that's true, I guess. Just science. Confusingly, Cleric was given back the things that made it irreplaceable in team comps, meaning another Sank charge and another lesser heal, as well as another charge of Locust Swarm and a return to 100% damage scaling. All of that in exchange for a nerf to Bless, double cast time for Judgment, and twice the overheal fall-off speed. So really, it was a Judgment nerf in exchange for Cleric being OP in comps again. Neat. Well, thanks for watching. This is Onepeg once again reminding you that Sorks have Lightning Dash, which means they get on top of the ice pillars around the Wyvern Ring and Ice Abyss and fuck with you. Until next time, everyone, maybe sub the channel. That would be great. Thanks for lending me your eyeballs, anybody. If anyone wants to talk about video games, you can come over and check me out over on twitch.tv/Onepeg, where I'm probably live right now.